trying something out. I may have to restart it or something, but we'll just see. Says welcome to live chat. I've never pushed these same buttons before. Remember to guard your chat privacy. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Can you light me a candle? Hey, listen. I'm gonna go get you later. Hey, Jeff, what's up? Hey, you got a light bulb? A plain old light bulb you can plug in right here and set right here? A plain old light bulb? Oh, yeah, you can plain old light bulb up there if you can get somebody tall enough to stand on that and put one in. No. Be careful. No. It's like this for the moment. I need to get some more gas. I think it's about out. It's out. Okay. I need a bulb anyway. Can you steal from Peter to pay Paul? No. Hey, Isaiah, are you up there? Hi. Just a second. I'm trying to get set up. Can you come in here for a moment so you can screw in a light bulb for me? I'm too short. You got a light bulb? I got a box of them. I'm trying to get a better light bulb. I don't have enough light. Can you screw that in up there for me? No, on the side. No, it's on the side.
That makes more sense.
Thank you. I'll invite you back to shut it off after a while.
Only one of 4 of them are actually
Screw this one in.
Two out of 4 of them.
Screw that in on this side. No, over here. I need to be able to read.
On the other side, where Mom is.
On my side, I need to be able to read better.
That one might work. Yeah, that one might light up way better.
I got the kids working with me. Hey, I can see.
I was trying to say be prepared to be blinded, but I didn't get to it fast enough.
What are you doing now? You unplugging that one? Oh, he's changing it up.
Yeah, maybe it's just the wrong. That one isn't giving enough power.
Got a house full of boys, so I could be the old woman in the shoe that had so many children who did not know what to do.
So, Mom, whenever you need the lights out,
there's a switch over there. Oh, thank you.
Because I thought you were pulling the string before.
Yes, perfect.
What do you mean?
Thank you. I've had no light in my house, my room, so long that I forgot how to use it.
What do you mean you forgot how to use it? Huh?
Okay, here we go. John or Yehukanan, chapter 11. Okay. And a certain man, and a certain one was sick. Okay, wait. I did John. Okay, I did this one already. So I lied to y'all. I said it was going to be 11, but we did Lazarus day before Sabbath. Okay, here we go. Chapter 12. I'll change it later. According to Yeshua, 6 yeomen or 6 days before the Passover came to, it's like Beth and then Anya, and yeah, Bethania, where Lazarus was. who 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 had died. Sorry guys, the boys were still just talking. I asked them to help me and I got everybody mixed up. So chapter 12 verse 1, according to Yahusha or Yeshua, 6 yeomen or 6 days before the Passover came to Beth Anya, where Lazarus was, who had died, whom he had raised from the dead. So they made him a supper there, and Martha served while, and of course it's Lazarus, Alazar, was one of those who sat at the table with him. Then Miriam took a pound of costly perfume of nard ointment, of nard, anointed the feet of Yeshua and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with fragrance of the perfume. Then one of his pupils, Yahudah, from Queroth, son of Simon, who was about to deliver him up. So it says here Yahudah, but that is Jude. I don't know why I'm so excited with y'all being online today. I feel like there's something different. So I'm shy. I don't know why I'm shy today. In the Hebrew it's Yahudah, right? But that's the one that he referred to as the devil. That was the son of the devil, or Judas. So we call him Judas, and there's no S in his name. It's Yahudah. Okay. Verse 5. Why was this perfume not sold for 300 pieces of silver and given to the poor? And he said this not because he was concerned about the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag, and he used to take what was put in it. Yeshua then said, "Let her alone. She has kept this for the day of my burial. For the poor you have with you always, but me you do not have always." Then a great crowd of the Yehudim learned that he was there, and they came, and not on account of Yeshua only, but also to see Elazar, which is Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. Verse 10. And the chief priests resolved to kill Elazar, which is Lazarus, as well, because on account of him, many of the Yehudim went away and believed in Yeshua. Verse 12. On the next Yom or day, a great multitude who had come to the festival, when they had heard that Yeshua was coming to Jerusalem, took the branches of palm trees and went out to meet him, and were calling out, Hosanna. And the Besorah Hoshanu. Hoshan. Very interesting. Hosh. Hoshnu. Hoshnu. Blessed is he who is coming in the name of Yahuah, the Father, the sovereign of Israel, which would be Yisrael. And then they called out Baruch haba bashem Yahuah. And that's exactly how it's written in Psalms 118, verse 26. I'll say it again. Baruch haba bashem Yahuah. And which means, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Father, Yahuah, pardon me. And Yeshua, having found a young donkey, sat on it, as it had been written, "Do not fear, daughter of Zion. See, your sovereign is coming, sitting on the colt of a donkey." At first, his Talmidim did not understand this, but when Yeshua was esteemed, then they remembered that this was written about him, and that they had done this to him. Therefore, the multitude who were with him when he called Lazarus out of his tomb and raised him from the dead were bearing witness. On account of the multitude also met him, because they heard that he had done this sign. The Perushim, that's the Pharisees, then said among themselves, "You see how you are getting nowhere at all? Look, the world has gone before him." Because they went before him and threw down their coats, and they threw down the palm trees branches, and they shouted Hosanna, right? Which here it says it a little bit different. It says Hoshanu. Hoshanu. And there were certain Greeks among those coming up to worship at the festival. These then came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida of Galilee or Galil, and were asking him, saying, "Master, we wish to see Yeshua." Philip came and told Andrew, Andrew, right? And in turn, Andrew and Philip told Yeshua, and Yeshua answered them, saying, "The hour has come for the son of Adam to be esteemed." Verse 24. "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." So he's talking about his own life. And he was saying, there's more need to come in the name of Yahuah, right? The name of the Father. And for that to happen, he had to fall into the ground and die, right? So he could bear fruit. Verse 25. He who loves his life shall lose it, and he who hates his life in this world shall preserve it for everlasting life. If anyone serves me, follow me, and where I am, there my servant also shall be. If anyone serves me, the Father shall value him. Now I myself am troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this reason I came to this hour. Verse 28. Father, esteem your name. Then a voice came from the heavens. I have both esteemed it and shall esteem it again. So the crowd who stood by and heard it were saying there had been thunder. Others said a messenger had spoken to him. So sometimes we think we're hearing angels, and we're actually hearing the Father himself. Amazing, right? Verse 30. Yeshua answered and said, this voice did not come because of me, but for your sake. Now is the judgment of this world. Now the ruler of this world shall be cast out. And if I am lifted up from the Eretz, I shall draw all men to myself. This he said, signifying by what death he was about to die. The multitude answered him, we have heard out of the Torah that the Mashiach, or the Messiah, remains forever. And how do you say that the son of Adam has to be lifted up? Who is the son of Adam? Yeshua therefore said to them, yet a little while the light is with you. Walk while you have the light, lest darkness overtake you. And he who walks in darkness does not know where he is going. While you have the light, believe in the light, so that you become sons of light. These words Yeshua spoke and went off and was hidden from them. Verse 37. But though he had done so many signs before them, they did not believe in him, that the word of Yahuah, which is Isaiah, right? Yahuah, the prophet might be concluded, which he spoke. Yahuah, who has believed our report. It means Father, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of Yahuah been revealed. Because of this, they were unable to believe, because again, Yasha Yahuah, Yahu. Sorry, it's not easy saying Hebrew words. Yasha Yahu, which is Isaiah, said he has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, so that they should not see with their eyes and understand with their heart and turn, and I should heal them. Yahu said this when he saw his esteem and spoke of him. Verse 42. Still, even among the rulers, many did believe in him, but because of the Perushim, they did not confess him, lest they should be put to the assembly, being taken to court, right? For they loved the praise of men more than the praise of Elohim. Then Yeshua cried out and said, "He who believes in me believes not in me, but in him who sent me. And he who sees me sees him who sent me. I have come as a light into the world, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. And if anyone hears my words, but does not watch over them, I do not judge him. For I do not come to judge the world, but to save the world." Let me read that again. "And if anyone hears my words, but does not watch over them," means you don't keep them, "I do not judge him, for I did not come to judge the world, but to save the world." 48. "He who rejects me and does not receive my words has one who judges him. The word that I have spoken shall judge him in the last day." So he will be judged by the word, right? 49. "Because I spoke not from myself, but the Father who sent me has given me a command what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his command is everlasting life. Therefore, whatsoever I speak, as the Father has said to me, so I speak. Now, that was the end of that. If you look at it, he says, I have, verse 49. "But the Father who sent me has given me a command." He has given me a command. Has he given you a command? He gave me a command. He said, enter into my holies of holies, and bring a petition before me of the things that I have shown you. Or he said it in the present tense, like the things I shall show you, or that I show you. I forget exactly how it went, but I knew that it was past, present, and future. Things that he shows me, past, present, and future. Things that bother the Father, that the things that he wants, right? What he wants us to pray for. There's a lot to be prayed for right now. When you see this word command, I mean, you've usually the 10 Commandments, right? But command is different. And I could pull the Hebrew Bible out and show you. I'm not going to do that right now because I didn't prepare for that. But maybe on another live, we can look at this word command. But the Father gave Yeshua a command. What he should say and what he should speak. If you're not seeking for the command, this command of what you should say and what you should speak, what you should do, you need to be seeking it. And in verse 50 it says here, I know that his commandment is everlasting life. So he may have been walking in the darkness a little bit, but he knew that if he did whatever he was commanded, it would mean everlasting life to him and to you and to me. This chapter 12 has a lot in it. He speaks that he would like to not have to go forward, but he came into the world for this hour, for this very hour. That's verse 27. Now I myself am troubled. So he's saying the Yeshua, the man, right? It was very troubled. What I shall say, Father, save me from this hour. But for this reason I came to this hour. Do you know what you've come into this world for? What reason you've come to this hour? You're in the last days. You're in the last of the last days. You should have a command. Should have a command about you that you know that you were here and you have a job. Every one of you. For this last days. Something that's going to change eternity. Mine is a little complex. I feel a pull this way and a pull that way. Sometimes he tells me to go and be alone with him. Sometimes he tells me to go and lay hands on the sick and teach. But the majority of the time he pulls me back into a set apart place to intercede. A miracle happened today. Someone who I've been praying for a long time, for the pain to leave her. And she's been dealing with bladder issues, with pain and reoccurring bladder infections. It's very common in Livingston, Texas, by the way, for kidney issues and bladder issues. I think the city water is a problem. And some of the wells in Livingston, Texas, I think is a problem. Not all of them, but some of them. I've drank from some wells that and it's like nice spring water. And I've prayed for people who were drinking the water, and I think praying in the Holy Ghost, the Ruach HaKodesh, is the only way you can drink some water. I mean, there is just that's all you wait. Your body can't acclimate to it sometimes. You just need it. You need to pray. But anyway, this is a sister that I've prayed for almost weekly. And my son, I said, "You ready to put 10,000 to flight?" I said, "It's time to put 10,000 to flight." And he got this little goody grin on because after he figured out what I was talking about. And we took hands. I took one hand of this lady and he took the other. And we prayed. And it was like she expected it to work. And we expected it to work. And yet I was so pleased because I've expected it to work and it hasn't worked. many, many times. And it's not her. I thought that maybe it had something to do with her faith, but something changed in me this week. I found out that a lot of the stuff that we eat, we've been drinking, especially these drinks, have been tainted, and we've been sinning by drinking things that we do not know what we're drinking. And so I repented for drinking these sodas and these mixed drinks, not alcohol drinks, but flavored waters, pure life waters, and um can't say it right now. DANSIN. I can't say it. Water and Nestle water. They are being used. They've got aborted baby that they're using to make what they're calling natural flavorings that they're putting in the water. Um, and they're causing people to be sinning so that their prayers will not be heard. They think that they're doing themselves a favor by drinking bottled water rather than city water, that they're doing a healthy thing, but they're causing the father to have to turn his head because things have been put in the water. And I've been hearing now since 2019 to drink from your own well and eat of your own land. Um, so when I repented for not drinking of my own well and eating of my own land, and for sinning pretty much an unknown Molech sin, right? The very next morning, things changed. And people started getting healed that I was praying for. And um, visions, many, many visions. And even the Ruach was more active. I woke up speaking in tongues, where I had been waking up feeling sad, distant from the Father, and believing that the blood of Yahushua, had was taking care of everything. I kept trying to push through, but there really was a separation. The Father really was being separated from me because I was not obeying. I was not getting into chicken gear. I wasn't getting into farm gear. And I wasn't drinking water from my own well. I know there's times when you can't, but you need to pray and take communion with Him. It will be open and you can listen closer. And um, I don't know if that's helped. I've heard people say just not putting those toxins in helps, but this is like active charcoal, and I know it's pulling out some toxins. I believe it's helping, and I believe it's pleasing the Father that I'm trying to get things right, and I know that taking communion and repenting and renouncing and commanding that all of the foreign trash that and even essence of aborted babies be into the throne of God and separated out of our bodies so that we, in our spirits, so that we are in communion with God. I know that's a lot, but whatever it takes to be obedient and to be able to fulfill your last day command, right? To be able to fulfill your last day command, whatever God has commanded you. Did not, in the verse 43, it says, they loved the praises of men more than the praises of Elohim. That's what's happening. We end up wanting the people around us to be more happy with us than God Himself. We know we're making God unhappy, and we're doing it anyway. Because the person who's standing in front of us is not God, and they're wroth with us. I have many people wroth with me because I'm following something that happened to me. Jesus came to me in a linen garment. He wrote in the sands of my life. He did not write Jeshuas. He wrote Jeshua. And he wrote that H was special. It was the Hebrew Lamed. And I know that his name is Yeshua. And that he was using the crook, the Tav, to help me, to heal me, to save me from hell fire. Because I had asked him to save me, not to let me be lost. Because I was having an issue that I continued to ask. I was in a sin cycle, and I knew it. And I said, whatever you have to do to me, don't let me be lost for eternity. And he put me in the sick bed for 3 months straight. And I'm so grateful that I am saved. I am saved. And I've never had a better time of communion with y'all, even though I was very sick. I've never had a closer time. That I tell you what, there is oxygen in every breath when you say the name of Jesus. But I felt like he got tired of me saying Jesus. That's why he wrote his name as Yeshua and wanted me to know his name. And there's no closer place to the Father than on the bathroom floor. That's what I think. Hanging your head over a toilet. He's there. He's there more than he is anywhere else. For my life, he's there. God bless you. I know I've gone long, but I've wanted to touch lives. And I know it's late. I hope you get to see this. Bye.